Hey guys, what is up? This is Keisha, aka author KL Sterling, and I'm back today to do another video. Long time no talk. It's good to see y'all. Y'all glad to see me? I'm glad to see y'all. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about today is, it's gonna be quick because I'm hungry. What I wanted to talk about today is being able to forgive. Okay, being able to forgive. And if you have not known, I am the author of this book titled I'm Enough. Don't worry about how I look. I keep it in the console because I roll up and talk to people all the time. I meet strangers all the time. So if I feel the need, or if I feel that little inkling down in my spirit to let them know, I just pull it out. Okay, so but I wanted to talk to you about forgiveness and past mistakes. Okay, now in the book, in the chapter actually titled Emotional Turmoil, I talk about things that you could do to help you move on from past hurts and, getting unstuck from emotions that do leave you stagnant, emotions that do leave you crippled. And one of the biggest emotions that can cripple you more than anything, hear me good if you don't hear nothing else, one of the emotions that can cripple you more than anything and leave you destitute and destroyed and broken into 10 million pieces is unforgiveness. Let that sink in for a second. Unforgiveness. And this is not just in the context of romantic relationships. This can be in any type of relationship, because I'm sure each one of us can think back on a situation when somebody said something to us that it wasn't, it could be a loved one, family, friend, teacher, co-worker, or supervisor. It could be, just be anybody. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. Somebody said something to you and it hurt your feelings. And it really probably, kind of shattered you a little bit. Okay? Now, with that being said, there's part of me that believes that people do want to forgive, but they don't know how to forgive. And I'm not going to come on here and pretend, or I don't want to come across as if I have all the answers. I don't, because like many of you, I have things I'm working through just like you all. But I will say this much. I talked about it's tip number 2. I talked about some things that I had to implement in my own life with getting past some hurts and some pains that had happened to me, right? And I talk about in the book I'm Enough, I talked about how I attended a conference, an equipped conference, a long time ago, right? And the guy who hosted, I think his name is John Bevere, I believe it is. But anyway, he talked about how a lot of us have not been able to move on from hurts from our past, and we have not been able to forgive ourselves, and we haven't been able to forgive other people because we relive those moments over and over and over again, and we play those things over and over again in our mind, and we're not able to literally let it go, right? And so because we are not letting things go, they get a hold of us, right? They overtake you. They consume your present. They consume your right now. They consume your future, and it hopes of your future, like you are literally plagued in your mind. And the key to being able to get past those things that they taught in the conference was to really take hold of your thoughts, right? And that's why it's called equipped conference. But anyway, take hold of your thoughts and just unplug the DVD player. And I talk about in the book how it was a bell went off. It was kind of like I had an epiphany, and it was just like You do not have to entertain those things that you do not want to entertain. Don't allow people, don't allow things to continuously live rent-free in your head. Because if you do, you stay stuck in 1991, you stay stuck in 1993, you stay stuck in yesterday. If you continuously let those things be on repeat and replay in your mind, you have things that you have to do. And I think I said that in a previous video. Just because things happen, and I'm not talking about tragedies. Okay, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about when people die or anything like that. I'm not talking about those type of things that, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when people say things or people do things and we just stay there just because our feelings hurt. Let me tell you something about feelings. Just like we have to be able to control our thoughts, we have to be able to control those emotions, okay? One of the telltale signs of somebody who is emotionally intelligent is somebody who is able to control their emotions. Don't nobody want to be around nobody who is emotionally unstable, okay? Nobody wants to keep company with anybody who's emotionally unstable, okay? So one of the telltale signs of being emotionally stable or mature is being able to control your feelings. And a lot of us are stuck in unforgiveness and we're not able to get past, and I know it, and I'm not being sympathetic, I know it, but at some point you're gonna have to make up in your mind that, okay, this person said that to me, or this happened to me, and I have to move on. I have to let it go for the sake of my future, for the sake of my future generation, the next generation. I have to let these things go. People, you got families don't get together. You got people who can't be in the same room because they mad at some that happened like last year. Like, you ain't over that. Like, they still have power over you and they left the situation 30 years ago. Take your power back. Don't ever lay down your authority. You use it. Don't continue to give your power away to other people. You use your power. You exercise your will over it. Don't let the trauma, don't let the emotional turmoil, don't let the hurt, past, and pain have victory over you. You control it. You dominate it. Don't let it dominate you, right? That's one of the things about when you know you've moved on from something, when you've gotten over something, when you have forgiven that situation and you've forgiven that person who said this to you or they said that to you, you've moved on from that, right? One of the things, one way you can tell if somebody ain't got over something, they keep talking about it all the time. My grandma had this saying, baby, what's in you gonna come out you. And I used to be around old people all the time growing up, and I used to hate when they talked in parables. I'm like, look, honey, I'm 10, I'm 12, I'm 15. Talk normal to me. Don't talk in parables to me. I don't know what you're saying. Just talk regular, so I understand it. That way, when you dead and gone, I know what you're talking about. Like, I don't have to be 50 or 60 years old for I figure out, oh, that's what grandma was talking about. Oh, that's what granny was talking about. Oh, that's what, that's what cousin Viola was talking about, or that's what Aunt Anna was talking about. Like, tell me straight, shoot it to me straight. But they didn't shoot it to me straight. But now that I'm getting older, I understand those things. Anywho, I'm gonna get ready to close out the video. I feel like I was all over the place. If somebody have hurt you, if somebody have said something to you, please choose to forgive them. Because if you do not forgive those who have hurt you, they win. Hear me good. If you do not forgive those who have inflicted verbal pain on you, if you have not forgiven those who have inflicted pain on you, they win. Why are you gonna let them win 2 times? Choose to forgive those who have said and did things to hurt you.